This is a brass feeler gauge. It's not a mythical artifact that only exists in movies where you have to go on a 3-year quest just to find it. They actually do exist, and they're used for setting the gap in electronic ignition systems between the pickup coil and the reluctor wheel. Hey everybody, and welcome to another little old cruising garage video. Today we're going to be setting the point gap in a Chrysler lean burn distributor using the OBD2 port. Well, maybe not. Well, what I am going to be doing is I'm going to set the gap in this Mopar electronic ignition distributor. Now this is the regular electronic ignition distributor. It's not a lean burn distributor. The lean burn distributor does not have a movable advance plate. The vacuum canister is not on the distributor. It's on the electronic control box. And there are no centrifugal weights in the electronic lean burn distributor. This one does have the centrifugal weights right in the distributor. In order to set the gap, the little sensor thing here on the pickup coil has to be lined up with the tooth on the reluctor wheel. And to do that, you can turn the engine by putting a socket wrench on the crankshaft pulley bolt, the big bolt, and turning it until these two line up with each other. Now, there's supposed to be 0.08 of an inch clearance, and that's what the brass feeler gauge is for. And the brass feeler gauge is used because it's not magnetic. To adjust the gap, you just loosen this screw here, insert the feeler gauge, and then with the feeler gauge in there with the 0.08 blade, you just tighten the screw again. Now, the feeler gauge should pull out with a little bit of drag on it. It shouldn't be so tight that the reluctor tooth gouges the feeler gauge, but it also shouldn't be loose. It's also a good idea to make sure that the gap between the reluctor wheel and the pickup coil is the same at the top as it is at the bottom. And if it's not the same, you can bend the bracket that holds the pickup coil in place with some pliers, but be careful not to damage the vacuum advance plate or any other part of the distributor. Now, what I like to do is, because the upper part of the distributor doesn't get any oil from anywhere, the only way it gets oil is from this little felt. And what I like to do is I like to add a couple of drops of clean engine oil to this felt anytime I'm in here, because I'm not going to be in here for a long time. But it is a good idea to maybe open it up and drop a couple drops of oil into it, maybe every 5,000 or 10,000 miles. Now, if you're new to classic cars, this video hopefully will help you. And if you're not new to classic cars, you already know all this stuff. If you found this video entertaining, helpful, or informative in some way, please don't forget to like it. And you can also comment in the section below.